Hello and welcome everyone again to another replay cast by myself, Glitch. This is going to be a ZVZ on Shakuras Plateau. I seem to do a lot of these. For some reason I seem to do Shakuras Plateau quite a lot. But it will be a match between vileSpanishiwa in the top left corner here and sPsBlade in the bottom right corner. I've been looking at ZVZs lately a lot just because ZVZ is a matchup that I feel like I've always had some trouble with, and I really wanted to improve my ZVZ. So sPsBlade, probably one of my favorite Zerg players ever. He's just so macro oriented, almost always gets that really fast expo with no gas till almost the 40 food supply. sPsBlade, not this game though actually. sPsBlade actually going for, I think it was an 8 pool. That's a really early pool, and we're going to see what he's going to do with that. We'll probably see some early Zerglings and try to do an early harass on sPsBlade. Both players sending out a Scouting Overlord, both going horizontally and will not see each other right away. Blade coming in right now, scouting that spawning pool, seeing that it is already coming up. Seeing also the larva being saved up. Note here that these two larvae, sPsBlade right now, he has the money, he could be producing drones, but you can see that he's saving up right now to get those Zerglings. The second, oh look at that, the third larva pops just as that spawning pool comes up, allowing him to get instantly those 6 Zerglings. Well timed by sPsBlade. Let's see how Blade is reacting. He's throwing down a pool. I don't know if that pool is going to be up in time. They are cross positioned, so it's about the farthest away you could get. But we'll see if they can make it, because the Zerglings are now on the field and making their way across the map. sPsBlade, how is he following this up? He is actually just producing a queen and more Zerglings, just pumping more Zerglings. So he's hoping to do a lot of early damage, and he is going to need to, because if we look at the Harvester tab right now, we can see that sPsBlade almost has double the Harvester count of sPsBlade. Blade at 15 Harvesters to sPsBlade's 9. Here come the Zerglings. The Zerglings are coming into the main of sPsBlade, and let's see how much damage we can do and whether he will be able to hold this off. Oh, grouping up his... He grouped up his drones there to try to get a good surround on those, on the Lings. He actually was able to... Well, what he was hoping to do is he was hoping to group them up tight like that, use the mineral ghosting trick where he right-clicks on a patch of minerals that his units travel through any kinds of units, and then attack move once he's right on top of the Zerglings to split them all up so that his drones get a good surround on those Zerglings. Did not manage to pull it off though, but now sPsBlade does have some Zerglings on the field of his own. We are now going to have a bit of a Zergling battle here going on. sPsBlade has now transitioned back into drones. We can see that he's now bringing his drone count up. And the drone count right now is 13 to 12, so we're pretty even right now. Oh, wow. Actually, a couple more. Oh, he threw down his gas geyser, and sPsBlade now taking the drone lead. He forced sPsBlade to make enough Lings, and now pumped enough drones that he is now actually ahead in the drone game. As for the Ling game, not so sure. Looks like sPsBlade might be taking the lead with that, and he looks like he is going to be doing a bit of a counterattack here and applying some pressure back on sPsBlade. Drone count has now evened out. Both are at 18. On the production tab, we can see that sPsBlade is throwing up a spine crawler because he knows that these Zerglings are coming back in, and he knows that he hasn't been producing any Lings at all. It has just been drones. Oh, and I don't think that spine is going to survive. Ooh, nice cancel there by sPsBlade, just replacing that spine crawler. And sPsBlade is going to be able to hold off this attack with no drone casualties. Gas going up now for sPsBlade. sPsBlade has been mining gas for a while and has now thrown down a Roach Warren as well as an expansion. So we are looking at a little bit more of an economic play from Blade. sPsBlade still hasn't expanded. He is getting some creep out there. He's got his spine crawler up, and he is now throwing down his Roach Warren. Has he seen Blade's Roach Warren? No, he has not. He has not yet seen Blade's Roach Warren there. So he does not know he's getting roaches, but roaches are just kind of the bread and butter of ZVZ. You see roaches used very, very commonly. It's very common these days to see a lot of roach infester play in ZVZ. sPsBlade is now getting the double gas. Blade is still only on 1 gas. That's because he got his expansion up. He's really trying to get drones up right now so that as soon as this hatchery spawns, he can immediately transfer drones and have workers mining on 2 base. sPsBlade just throwing down his hatchery now. Spine Crawler moving out for a little bit of defense. This queen is going to be caught out of position. These zerglings are going to catch him. And no, the queen's managed to repel him all right. There's the drone transfer from sPsBlade. We now have 2 bases versus 1 base. Harvester count is even, but that second base of Blade is going to allow him to get very far ahead very fast, not only in resources but also in larva. Larva, one of the extra resources that we get as Zerg players that we have to manage. Blade is now going to be ahead in larva for quite a while. sPsBlade is keeping up on the food count though. sPsBlade is at 43 food. That he's going to start to fall behind though if that hatch doesn't come up very soon. Gas going down. 2 more gas going down for Blade. And some Zerglings going in for the scout. He does see that sPsBlade has thrown down his hatchery, and he probably saw that it was just about to pop. So we now have some roaches coming up on the field for sPsBlade. A little bit of a drone transfer going on. Very even match right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see sPsBlade throw down a quick infestation pit and get some infestors pretty soon. sPsBlade lately has been kind of favoring the roach infester play. We do have layer tech down now for Blade, so Blade has kind of consistently been a step ahead in terms of tech, I think, from sPsBlade. And we see a couple of spines going down for sPsBlade because he senses that attack coming in. He saw those roaches with those lings. And we're going to see if he can hold off these lings. He's now producing 10 Zerglings and 6 roaches of his own to try to defend. sPsBlade rallying some Zerglings in. Looks like he's going for a big push. He is not producing any drones right now to have it as second base. He needs to do some damage because I believe if we look at the harvester count, yes, sPsBlade is way ahead in harvester. sPsBlade knows that this has to be the case since he had that second base up and all that extra larva. Here comes the engagement. A lot of drones going down for sPsBlade. Oh my god, and sPsBlade managed to lower the worker count again, and he's going to do huge damage to his base here. This is exactly what sPsBlade needs to do. Excellent placement of the roaches here. The roaches here just to prevent any lings coming down the ramp. He's blocking off the ramp. Doing a lot of damage to this hatchery. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold this hatchery. Blade may lose. Oh, and no GG. No GG. End of game. Wow. Alright, sPsBlade, I was not expecting that quick of a GG, but yeah, there wasn't much sPsBlade could do about it. He kept trying to go for that economic focused play where with the expanding, with the droning early, and then the earlier expand from sPsBlade, but sPsBlade just kept coming in with all that aggression to do so much damage to his drone count every single time, and sPsBlade just could not handle that many units of sPsBlade. Good game by sPsBlade. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care.